going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here. It's time to review Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 10, titled Progeny. Spoiler review. Make sure you have seen the episode. Should take me less than 2 minutes. Recap the episode, give the pros, cons, and final score. Thanks so much for joining me. Hey, everyone. Do not forget, by the time you watch this, my Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 premiere should already be out, my spoiler review for it, as well as, hopefully soon, my Season 2 Episode 1 reaction, the premiere reaction. So if you want to check that out, please do so. I just did a DC thing, man. Suicide Squad trailer. The MTV Awards released a trailer. I reacted to that, man. Pretty freaking amazing trailer, as always. So, get to it. Anyway, here we go, man. Legends of Tomorrow. Anyway, I gotta tell you, disappointed with this episode. I really am. So, I'm gonna tell you why. So, we're at 2147, man. Savage is a teacher to this boy. Basically, he is like the next Adolf Hitler of the time, man. There's a bunch of these Adam suits that are like policemen now, and he's like, hey, that's my tech. How did that happen, you know? Kendra has a bunch of flashbacks, and she has this kid, and Carter's like, hey, honey, I'm home, and like a bunch of this flashback crap. Basically, Rip goes and gets the kid, man, and Cold ends up helping with him. They kidnap the kid. Palmer, it has a section in the museum where there's this Palmer section, man, dedicated to himself. And they're like, well, my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, and, you know, like, I had a kid. Guys, I had a kid back in 2016 I didn't even know of. Well, bruh, no one ever said it was 2016 when you had a kid. It could have been 2017. I mean, yeah, I guess it could be true, but, you know, just saying. Either way, man. Anyway, Rip is going to end up killing the kid. He leaves on this jump ship. He's going to take him to an area where no one's around. Vandal will get Perdegaton back. That's the kid's name, Perdegaton. That's not a bad name, Perdegaton. Perdegaton, get over here. Perdegaton. Perdegaton. Some weird ass names, man, but it could happen, you know. Sarah talks to Mick, man, and she's basically like, well, you know, Snart told me about all, like, how you guys met and how he thought about you. We were almost dead. And Mick's like, well, then I guess I should have talked to him after this. Yeah. We'll settle it out like men. Yeah, let him talk to him. Open the door. We'll talk to him right now. You know, all that sort of stuff. And, you know, she's like, yeah, okay. She walks out, of course. Excuse me, I'm sick. So anyway, Rip takes Perdegaton to this island, but he doesn't kill him. The guy, literally, Perdegaton's like, you're not going to kill me, are you? Look at you, you weak fool. I'm going to kill everyone you love. And Rip's like, Rip Hunter, the great Rip Hunter. What are you doing, dude? Just, boom. You know why? Kill him. I don't care if it doesn't even make a change to the timeline. I'd still kill that guy. So what? He's a kid. Boom. Kill him. Because, for one thing, you're not from that timeline. Like, yeah, you're from the future, but that's like, what, 10 years before your son dies or something like that. Kill him and get it over with. You're not, it doesn't matter to you. Like Sarah, or like Snart. Snart could have killed the kid because he's from 2016 and not from 2147, so what does it matter? You know what I mean? What does it matter if you're not from that timeline? I'll be long dead by the time 2147 happens, so who cares? Kill the guy. Go, man. I don't care. You know what I mean? Now, if it's a child, like a 5-year-old for you, now don't do that. But the kid was not like a 5-year-old or 6-year-old. It's a TV show, and I'm not saying I'd kill a kid in real life. I'm saying if it came to that circumstance, if I was in the show, Rip Hunter, shoot the kid, get it over with. I don't even care if it makes a difference in the timeline. Either kill that kid either way. He threatened to kill your family for one thing. You know he's going to be as big as Adolf Hitler. Kill him. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the good guy thing to do, and it's TV, and it's CW. Oh, he doesn't kill him. Oh, wow. So anyway, there's a flashback, man, where Carter tells his son how he met his mother. Kendra can't date Ray anymore, so they're kind of like, I don't know, this ain't working out. And I'm like, really? Last week you guys were doing fine, and now you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. So it kind of pissed me off there. We find out that, you know, there's this big fight that's going on, man. Savage versus all these guys. And we find out that Palmer doesn't have a son or anything. It was Sidney Palmer, his brother, which we never even met in the show. So he returns Perdegaton, man. He killed Perdegaton a few days later, ends up killing his father. Mick versus Cold, man. Mick ends up telling them about the hunters, these pirates that are coming after him and the crew. So Overall, what did I think about this episode, man? Again, I was very disappointed with this episode, honestly. The pros about this, Mick, man, I love Heatwave in here. I love the dialogue he had, and definitely him versus Snart. That was some good action in there. I wish they didn't cut back and forth. They should have just kept it there with the fight itself, but I did enjoy Mick in there. The set pieces. I noticed a lot of the set pieces this time around, man, in the ship and then outside the ship, which I didn't mind. I do like being in 2147. I like seeing that world and that environment going on. Savage, too. Savage wasn't that bad. I really did enjoy Vandal Savage this episode. Ah, my boy, do your studies, you know. He's always doing that nice dialogue going on there. As well as the Atom and his fighting, like when the Atom popped up and did that massive fight going on. That was really nice. Cons about this episode. Kendra and Ray. Last week I told you guys that I enjoy that relationship, but now they just totally ruined it with the whole flashbacks and Carter. I like Carter, but I didn't care for the flashbacks. They were not necessary. They were just basically showing you that Kendra had to get away from Ray. So it really wasn't just really that necessary to show it. I mean, we're in 2147 and you're showing way back when with Carter. It wasn't needed, you know. I felt like it was lazy this episode. I felt like the way they did it was lazy, and it's hard to point out. I can't point out really what it was, but it was a lazy feeling to it. Like, it was just, it didn't need to go on how they did it this episode. And the kid and Savage training him, and the way that they just ended up Rick not ever killing him, and like, it was just lazy that way. Rip not killing the kid, like I said, pissed off about that one. Sidney Palmer, again, that was really, like, Sidney Palmer, my brother? Like, I was like, really? I've never heard of a Sidney Palmer. Are you kidding me? You pulled that trick out of your hat? So overall, and I didn't like the big action scene. The end action scene, I liked the Snart versus Mick, but I didn't like the big action scene. It felt so, we're on a field, let's do this effects, boom, 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 fight, you know. It didn't feel like, yeah, you know. Overall, I'm going to end up giving this DC's Legends of Tomorrow Season 1, Episode 10, Progeny, a C+. Thought it was a okay episode, man. It wasn't great. It wasn't that good. It was just an okay episode. So, comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Make sure to share, like, comment, and if you really want to support the channel or enjoy the review, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next week for more Legends of Tomorrow. This is like the second episode or third episode out of the season that was just okay. The others are either good or great. I'm still enjoying the show. It's just this episode alone. But next week, I'm Jonah Hex. All right, now we'll see you soon.